Today's video is going to be a response to one of Caleb's challenges, specifically the photo one. And one of the first things that I want to say is that there are a lot of pictures out there that I would consider important to me, so finding only 5 was pretty difficult. And I acknowledge that Caleb did specifically mention that we could do more than 5, but I wanted to try to keep this short and not extremely long as I go through every single picture, so I still try to narrow it down to 5. This is something that I may make more of a regular thing in the future, assuming, I keep making videos once VEDS is done. But for now, I have narrowed it down to 5 photos, and one of the ways that I was able to do that was that all of them do include me. So with all of that in mind, let's go ahead and get to these photos. So I feel I've mentioned this before, but one of the best and certainly most defining theater moments of my life was the production of Godspell that I was in. That would have been 14 years ago now, in 2006. This particular picture is of the cast and crew from that production. I thought of including the picture that was just the cast, but I felt that including the crew was important because, for the most part, we did have a really good crew. All that I will say is that if you ignore that person in the middle, in the very top row, then this is a perfect photo of what made this production so wonderful. I have definitely done videos about UMSO in the past, but it has been a while, so quick rundown. UMSO stands for the United Methodist Student Organization. It was a Methodist organization that held weekly meetings, gave out pancakes every month, and most importantly for this photo, went on a mission trip every summer. This particular mission trip was to Kentucky. First and foremost, I want to say that what the 4 of us are doing in this photo is incredibly dangerous, and nobody watching should do it. That is not a safe way to set up a ladder. I am kind of amazed that we all made it out safely. Anywho, this picture spawned the name Team Ninja for the 4 of us. When we looked at this picture after the fact, we noticed that we were almost completely symmetrical, and this wasn't something that we planned, it's just kind of something that happened. So, how does this equate with us being ninjas? I don't know. But this is a good picture of some people that I am quite fond of and miss quite dearly. This particular picture has less to do with the production that it was a part of and more to do with just the picture itself. This is a photo from a performance of Bunnicula. The play itself was okay, and the experience was but I honestly couldn't talk about pictures that I consider important to me without talking about this picture, because, just look at it. The lighting, the face, the fact that I'm a giant stalk of celery. This is, without sarcasm and with complete sincerity, one of my favorite pictures of myself, and I am very glad that it exists. This photo is one of, if not my all-time favorite pictures of Jeb. It was my cover photo on Facebook for years. Truthfully, I don't remember where or even when this picture was taken, but those details aren't really all that important when a picture is important to you. I feel this photo just perfectly embodies Jeb. The poses, the faces, the fact that we're doing something completely ridiculous and yet taking it just so seriously. Granted, we are lined up in the wrong order. Ben and I should have switched places to be in the correct one, but that's okay. It's still a good picture, and honestly still a picture that I go back to whenever I want to remember the fond times that I have with Jeb. So, you all remember Justin, right?
Oh, hey! Yeah.
Well, he's a bit of a weird dude. It's one of the reasons why we're friends, because I am also a bit of a weird dude. Anyway, something that Justin did fairly often back in college was go into kitty mode. This basically consisted of him meowing at people, pawing at people, nuzzling at people, and occasionally hissing at people. This picture is actually an instance of Kitty Justin. This is backstage of a show that Justin, Abby, and I were all a part of. I really feel that this captures the essence of our friendship very well, particularly the essence of our early friendship. It's Justin being Justin, and me comforting Abby, and Abby not knowing how to respond, which really is just kind of what happens when Justin met anybody in college and I was there, so, you know, it worked out well. I also think it's just fun to look at this photo and think about how far the three of us have come and how much closer the three of us have gotten since this photo was taken. So those are the 5 photos for this video. This was a really fun trip down memory lane, and I probably will do this again in the future, again, if I continue to make videos. But until then, I will see all of you tomorrow.